of January 2025, we set off from Accra and said we were doing 5 countries riding to Dakar, Senegal. It's what's the time? It's 6:09 p.m. here in the capital of Senegal, Dakar. We have done just that. Anything else from now is a bonus. Ducati ZX, we made it. Teneri 700, Teneri 700, GS 1250, GS 1250, Teneri 700 World Raid, ZX Rally. We are in Dakar. We have done the quintuple quest.
We've made it.
Anything else from now is a bonus.
All right, welcome back. If you just joined us, this is Breakfast Daily. And of course, I'm sure you know the conversation we're going to get into next. The AIS riders return to Ghana safely. And of course, you saw their bike right on your screen, looking all dusty, looking like the bikes have really worked out and, you know, navigated a lot of roads in Africa. Luckily for us, we actually have them in the studio. Today, we're going to be speaking to Daniel Ashifrem, who's also known as Motor Checker, who's a riding instructor, road safety advocate, and lead convener of AIS, and Chris Olik, who's an electrical engineer and participants. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Nice to be back in Accra.
Adrenaline junkies, man. I'm sure you are exhausted.
I'm still feeling
Right.
sleepy.
Yeah. I can actually see it on your face, Daniel. All right, so Daniel, I'm going to start with you.
Sure.
How was...
Maybe that will wake me up.
Exactly. How was the journey
Nothing I
through
expected
5 countries and back?
is 10,000 times more difficult than I expected.
Wow.
I did a lot of planning. As always, I've done Ghana 4 times. And this is nothing compared to all the 4 I have done in Ghana.
Wow.
I've done the West Road. We did 4 river crossings in like a kilometer. Cross 1 river, you go and then you have to cross another. You go and you have to cross another.
Wow.
It was that difficult.
Right.
Bushfires.
Whoa. Bushfires.
You name it, everything, all the elements, rain.
At 9 o'clock at night,
9 p.m.
100 kilometers from the nearest paved road, you're on a dirt track and it's on fire, but you just push through.
So wait, just give us a sense of this.
Yeah.
Did you actually ride through the flames, or you had to find a way around
We have
it?
to find a way around it.
It was right to the side of our trail.
Yeah.
So yes, the flames are 1 meter
Yeah.
from the bike, yes.
And that's the only path you have to go.
Right.
Yeah.
So I have been following the journey. Of
Yes.
course, I have been following via
Social media.
Rosie's social
Yes.
media, and like it was so interesting for me.
Yeah.
It was so interesting for me to see even that a woman participated. So how was it riding with the women?
Let him
In my
speak.
opinion,
Yes.
Yeah.
Rosie is one of the greatest motorcyclists in the world. I've ridden many tours with women on the tour, you know, not so many women, 1 or 2 here and there. She's so much better than any woman I've ridden with
Wow.
before. Her endurance, her skill, her riding in traffic. She's an amazing woman.
So you see, it's pretty easy riding outside in their countries.
Right.
There's huge respect for motorcyclists.
Right.
Nobody wants to shove you. Nobody wants to kill you. But in Africa, you have to get your skill high up here.
Yeah.
And so you are on the defensive. If you don't do that, somebody shoves you off the road. But there is so much respect. There is so much protection.
Yeah.
And so if you ride here, it makes you better because you know that you are out there, the wolves are ready to get you.
Yeah.
You understand?
No. Now, talking about the comparisons, you talked about, you know, riding out there, probably in the Europes or Americas, and compared to Africa. Let's talk about the roads. What are our roads like? Going,
African roads.
Yeah, the African roads, going through the 5 countries. How would you describe the roads? What
The
differences
best roads
did you see?
are dual carriageway in Abidjan, or in Cote d'Ivoire.
Cote d'Ivoire?
And
And
the worst
Senegal.
roads, and Senegal.
And Senegal, yeah.
And the worst roads are here in Accra
Wow.
and in northern Guinea.
Wow.
Every place, there's so much variety. The worst is when it's paved road, but so deteriorated that it's only 30% paved. It's sharp edges of asphalt, deep holes, and trucks swerving back and forth trying to find their ways around the holes. So the traffic is chaotic.
Road, you know that you just have to take your time and then go through the dirt. But when it is half paved and chipped off, it's worse.
All of that.
Because drivers are swerving, they are coming to hit you because they don't want to go to the very bad part because it's sharp and all that is going to destroy their tires and all that. That makes it even more difficult. If it is just dirt road, we all know that we're on the dirt road. You just have to take your time and then
manage
go.
it.
But with the half paved, half dirt, people are swerving and coming into your lane and wanting to kill you. From Aguna Nkwanta.
Wow. Oh, that's one of the worst. I know that place. That's horrible.
And guess what? It was raining when we were coming. It was now muddy, slippery, and the tracks. Oh my.
Yeah. That's one of the worst areas.
From Aguna Nkwanta, it's bad.
So did you do Aguna Nkwanta place? Did you do the detour or did you come through the town?
We came through the town.
Okay.
We did both going and coming. We came through the town.
To the town. That's horrible.
It's a very bad road. Very bad road. When we got to Takoradi, I had a puncture and I took a hit somewhere in Aguna Nkwanta. I felt it. So it took some time, but by the time we got to Shama, my tire was down. We had to wait and then fix my front tire before we continued back into Accra. So we got to Accra like...
My front wheel is not round anymore because of 2 big hits I took.
Wow.
In as much as those bikes are so made for this, it still takes a toll on them. So any other bike will not survive. Any other bike will not survive.
You know what fascinates me is that after this that they've done,
we are going to
they are planning another one.
Not today, though.
No, I understand that. Look, they'll lament and complain and whatever else, but they are still planning for another one.
You want to surmount your challenges, you know.
Right.
My goodness.
We've conquered this. We have to create an even more difficult one.
But the next one will be very calm.
Yeah, but what does it do to you? What does this challenge actually do to you? Because like we're speaking outside, and I told you, like the bikers I know, I see them riding from Nigeria to Cote d'Ivoire down to Liberia. Like, what does it do?
I guess it's human nature.
What's the fun in it?
It's human nature. You want to always surmount the next challenge. I think it's human nature. What do you think?
For me, it's a different. It's seeing the experiences every day. 100 things I've never seen before.
Wow.
My brain is just so saturated with all the new experiences, and then day after day after day, it's overwhelming in a wonderful way, right?
Chris, what would you say stood out for you on this trip? I mean, what would be the one thing that, let's say, you would walk away with and say, my goodness, I'll never forget that?
The thing I will never forget is the children of Yarawulena.
Okay.
A village in Guinea called Yarawulena.
Yarawulena.
Okay. We were 9 o'clock at night after riding for 3 hours in the dark on a dirt road, and we realized there's no way we're making it to the border tonight. We have to find a place to stay. So the next village we stopped, and a family welcomed us in. They put out mats for us. They fed us. I gave one of the little boys my phone with the pictures, and he went through 1,000 pictures while all the kids were clustered around all night.
Oh my goodness!
And it was
they were
a
reciting
magical
French
experience.
rhymes. They kept us. It was
my goodness.
When we pulled up, coming up with huge motorcycles, loud exhaust pipes, the people would actually walk away. But when we got in, they knew we needed help, so they actually approached us and asked us what we needed.
Right.
Yeah. And that was shocking to me.
So how did you sort out the language barrier? Obviously,
we had a French-speaking guy at us with us. We always have someone who can speak the language. Otherwise, I will call someone who speaks French and put it on speaker so that he talks to them more.
Right.
Next time when you're in trouble, call Chris. Put it on speaker. She will deliver for you.
All right. So, looking at some of the footage, I saw where you actually wrote, Google Map did its thing. So what happened?
Yeah. So he is an engineer. He's part of those who design Google Maps.
Right.
And so anytime we get
really?
lost, anytime we get lost, I point my finger at him. That you guys are playing.
We said Google Maps
so it's good. Yeah, we were lost. Sometimes you have to rely on the natives,
the people
to redirect you. So it was this guy who sent us on that path and said that if you go here, it's the same, but it's west towards the end. So go this way. You cross a river, there's a canoe, 2 canoes put together, your bikes will go on it, you cross it. We thought that was the only river. No, now the bikes themselves had to cross rivers.
Wow.
And
I would say one of the peak experiences was riding my motorcycle up onto a canoe, and then riding it off a canoe into the river and then back out.
Wow.
Right? There's no like nice ramp to load your bike onto the ferry.
Is hitting the cow in the dark not an experience enough?
Me for cows.
I think the cow hit me.
The cow hit you, sorry. So I'm usually the last rider, and I'm watching ahead. I saw 2 cows jump in front of him. One was a brown one, and then the other one was a black one. I think the black one was fused with the dark, and so he didn't see the cow. This is somewhere in Guinea. We had to do 800 kilometers in one day, so we left very early in the morning. It was freezing for us.
An hour and a half before dawn, we leave. The temperature is 10 degrees Celsius.
Goodness.
Yes. In Guinea. Guinea, Senegal, very, very cold. Trust me.
Whoa.
Yes. I have to wear a hoodie under my riding jacket. I'm telling you.
I wouldn't have imagined that.
Yeah, it's so cold.
My goodness.
So cold.
And my riding suit, the zipper broke, so it wouldn't close, so I have it zip tied up. And the top won't close at all, so the air is blowing in. It was cold.
Guinea was so cold. It shocked me.
Right. So after this, what next?
We are now going to go to the drawing board. Now I'm going to talk to every participant and ask them their experiences, what they think can be done to make it even better. If there's something they think we should take away, we'll take it away. If there's something they think that we should infuse, we would infuse. But next time, I'm not going to rely only on Google Maps. I'll find other maps. You know, before we embarked on this trip, the truth of the matter is that I talked to people who have used these routes to advise me. But I realized that no matter how much advice they give you, it is still not enough. There are still things that are going to come up on the way that will still surprise you. We went with 2 recovery vehicles, a pickup and a van. The pickup broke down first in Sierra Leone. I put my hands on my head. Okay, so now our hopes were on the van, and then that also broke up in Guinea. So
seems like Guinea left a lot of memories.
Guinea is the ish.
Guinea is the ish.
Guinea is the ish.
From even the pictures I saw in Rosie, Guinea left her very dusty.
If you were to estimate,
I hardly fall off a motorcycle. I fell 3 times in Guinea.
Yes. Rosie fell down.
I fell 3 times in Guinea.
If you were to estimate of all the countries that you went through, from Ghana to Senegal, which one has the most untarred roads?
Guinea.
Yes.
Wow. You ride for like 6 hours on untarred road.
6 hours?
Yes, I'm telling you.
And it's red.
Yes, it's red.
Yes.
It's all forms. It's all forms.
So there's
soft, fine, sand. It's all forms.
Different.
It's all forms. It's all forms. Guinea, this is Yara Ulena. These are the people who hosted us. So in the morning, the shirts that we wore, we didn't have anything for them. We were showing appreciation. So the shirts that we wore, we all gave our shirts to them to wear. Yes.
The happiest person I have ever seen in my life was the man of the family. When I gave him my shirt and it had my name on the back, and we had been sitting together and talking about the children. And I gave him my shirt. He was so happy.
Proper expression of the little things. For them, look, when we got there, they gave us oranges, very sweet oranges, and then freshly roasted
hot
peanuts. And then they laid mats for us.
Wow.
And then they did tea for us, and then they cooked for us.
That's it. Fantastic.
That was it. They gave us things to cover ourselves because they knew how cold it was.
They cooked for us at midnight.
Yeah, they cooked for us at midnight.
Amazing. Fantastic story. Listen, gentlemen, thank you very much for coming through. Kudos to you. Looking forward to more exploits that you will get into. All right, and I'm sure we'll talk to you very soon again. All right, we've been speaking with Daniel Ashrifi as well as Chris Ulick. Is it Ulick? That's right. All right, fantastic. Ulick.